Welcome to Studio Snack. I'm Lydia Thornley, designer, creative director and sketcher.
And I'm Narciso Leda, creative and chocolate taster, or better say, eater. For me, April is the chocolate month. How much chocolate have you eaten, Lydia?
Not as much as the world's largest chocolate bar made in Armenia in 2010, which weighed 5,792.5 kilos. Very specific that. Now that is a snack.
That's great. So Lydia, you've been nerding out on chocolate, haven't you?
Oh yes. Cacao is fruit. Does that make chocolate one of my 5 a day?
I would say yes, but when I asked ChatGPT, he didn't seem to understand the irony. Machines, eh? So what facts can you tell us about the chocolate history? I understand that comes from Olmec and Aztec and Maya history.
Yes. The name comes from the Aztec chocolatl. Montezuma II was said to have drunk gallons of it a day.
That sounds like a standard intake then. Chocolate traveled from Spain to across Europe. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct. And in the 1600s, here it was drunk in coffee houses first, then chocolate houses. These were highly political, so you had to choose your chocolate house carefully. Apparently, they were also notorious gambling dens. But it was a luxury item until a Dutch chemist invented powdered chocolate you could mix with water. And then Fry and Sons worked out how to get it into a mould, transforming chocolate into a snack. Milk chocolate was invented in Switzerland in the 19th century. And Cadbury even built a village for its workers, Bourneville, in 1879.
Wow. Well, here's a fact about Cadbury's. Cadbury's Purple first appeared in 1914, and the history says that it's a tribute to Queen Victoria, which is quite interesting. The purple has been trademarked and fought over. And another fact about Cadbury, don't ask me why I know all this knowledge about Cadbury. It's that the Australian Cadbury and the UK Cadbury, anyone who has tried both, they'll know that the Australian one doesn't taste as nice, and that's because they have a lot more additive to stop melting with the heat.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
And of course, chocolate is in books and films. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Like Water for Chocolate, Chocolat. But cocoa has a darker colonial history too. Slaves were traded for cacao beans and there was forced labour. Now there's fair trade. Green and Blacks and Divine were early brands in the UK. There's Dutch brand Tony's Chocolonely. And there are everyday brands using fair trade chocolate in their products, including Greggs, which I was surprised to discover.
Wow.
There's even been a chocolate-powered vehicle. In 2007, Andy Pagg and John Grimshaw drove to Timbuktu in a vehicle powered by fuel which started life as chocolate to raise awareness of biofuels. But let's get back to chocolate in April. Narcis, you have Mona de Pascua in Catalonia, don't you?
Yes, so Mona Pascua is it's a cake and an egg on top that the godfather gives to the godchildren. And when I say an egg, it's usually now like a chocolate sculpture.
Chocolate sculpture. I can feel an experiment coming on.
Yes. So the brief was make a chocolate sculpture. So I went to Google and I Googled most famous sculpture in the world, and Michelangelo's David came out. But then I thought, as a first time a chocolatier, this might be a little bit ambitious. So then I just thought Easter, bunny, rabbits, and then Jeff Koons popped into my mind, and I thought that would be more feasible. So then I created a 2D chocolate a sculpture, which is now missing an ear. So Jeff Koons meets Van Gogh. But you, Lydia, went 3D, didn't you?
Yes, a chocolate box. See what I did there?
Yes.
Which was fine with cooking chocolate in squares, but I wanted to make it with Tony's Chocolonely, which turns out is not in squares. It's all in uneven shapes to highlight the inequality in chocolate production. So it all went a bit Flintstones. Bonus, lots of offcuts to eat, delicious. Then, because it wasn't very good, the box. Quality control is important, I feel. So what have we learned for our design practice?
One thing I've learned is that you can take a brief and then modify it. I started with an ambitious brief, and then I realized that my skills and my time and my everything wasn't very realistic.
And I think we do that so instinctively that we don't even think about it as part of our process. I liked discovering how Tony's used creativity to explain serious issues without being preachy.
Yes, and also it's been a reminder how important the color and in the packaging is for, because we have Milka, which is purple, and Cadbury's, which is purple, but you know exactly which one is which.
It takes me back to my days working on consumer packaging and how tightly that's linked to how things are displayed on shelves and how much space they've got. Chocolate?
Possibly never again.
I'd like to go to a chocolate factory though. Join us next month for another studio snack.
Bye bye.
Bye!